may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand nothing was done for me. So I don't plan on stopping at all. I want this shit forever mine, ever mine, ever mine. I'm shutting shit down in the mall and selling.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Sports Analysis. I'm your host today, Chromathon, and I'm here with my good friend True Scrub, or otherwise known as Austin, or maybe the other way around. I don't really know. Anyways, today we're going to talk about the topic of the this past Thursday's game of the Miami Heat versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James going back to his draft team and not getting a lot of support from the Cleveland fans. They booed him, and he got pretty much the same response when he came back to Cleveland as he did when he left. I expected a bit more of an aggressive crowd, and I didn't see really an aggressive crowd, which I'm a little surprised about, but it was not a pretty sight. No riots or anything towards James or anything, but I do recall, I think sometime in the first half, maybe the full first quarter, I want to say, a spectator was caught trying to get onto the court while James was shooting 3 free throws. So that could have been a sign of someone wanting to kill the man. So James ended up with 38 points. The Cavs got blown out 118-90. Austin is not a huge fan of basketball, but Austin, let's get your thoughts on this.
Personally, I caught part of the game, more of the second half than the first half, and I also was watching highlights, and from what I saw, it looked like James was just shooting bucket after bucket after bucket, and I'm pretty sure he was definitely the top scorer with 38 points, but I think the next highest was only 9 points. So he was on fire all over the court. It seemed like he was making shots every angle, every pretty much position that he was in. So I would have cheered for him. I would be happy that he's back. Even though he left, I would still be happy that he's back because he's obviously a positive aspect towards the team and their success.
I will have to agree with that, but I personally, if I was a Cleveland fan, I would probably have thought that I was probably betrayed as well, but I'm not a Cleveland fan, but that's just my own personal opinion. I personally don't like the Heat. I don't know, I'm not a really big basketball fan. I just thought this was something that needed to be discussed because it was such a big matchup between both the Heat and Cleveland, and it looks like the Heat and Cleveland are going to be a pretty big rivalry throughout this generation. There's been some talk about the hugs that LeBron James gave to his former teammates after the game and before the game, and people thought that was unnecessary. I don't know what their thought behind this was, but I don't really find it unnecessary. I find it completely fine, and I wish Cleveland the best of luck without LeBron James. A lot of controversy has also gone into if there was some direction that the Heat put on James to go to Miami, and I'm not really sure about that. I believe that was his own decision because he knew that they had Wade and Bosch, and that's really all I have to say about that. Austin, what are your thoughts?
I think that he went there. I mean, it could go either way. I personally think that he did it because he wanted to play with a good team with good players, and he's a good player, so he'll be going to a good team, and he'll be getting paid a good amount of money. So I don't think he really gets. I don't really think he needs to be bribed or paid extra to go to a certain team. I mean, it's sort of like college football. They do that. They do a lot of background checks, making sure that they aren't recruiting them in a way that they're not supposed to. I mean, maybe that could happen, but I really don't think they're gonna go that deep into it. I don't really know exactly. I just think that.
And that's a valid statement. So we're gonna leave it at that. He won 118 to 90. Clearly, it was a blowout. I mean, definitely a lot of tension between both teams, but we will see you guys in our next episode when we talk about Michael Vick and Tiger Woods. Be sure to follow both of us on Twitter. The link is going to be in the description, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning into this first episode.